First, I'm going to let you to watch a short video before I start explaining. Our lesson is about what are features of different animal habitats. What is the word habitat? Habitat is a place where animals or plants live. Let's watch this short video first.
Animal habitats. What are features of different animal habitats? An animal's habitat is the place where it lives. Giraffes live in the savannas of Africa. Their long necks allow them to eat the leaves in these tall acacia trees. Jaguars live in the rainforest. The thick trees allow the jaguar to stalk or hunt its prey. Some owls live in the forest. They swoop down the trees to catch their prey. Owls live in trees with holes in them. They also take over other birds' empty nests. This habitat provides a safe place for owl babies.
Okay, now I'm going to start reading and explaining. Please, if you have a question, just raise the computer hand and don't interrupt while I'm reading. Before I start reading, I want to tell you the genre of this story. The genre of this story is narrative nonfiction. Narrative nonfiction tells about living things, people, or events. It is told by a narrator. Like, for example, this story, it began with I am on a journey. Who is on a journey? Of course, it's not me. It's not you. It's the narrator. Narrator is the person who is telling us the story, okay? And a narrative nonfiction follows a sequence. Sequence means, for example, first, next, then, finally, or last. I will repeat. The genre of this story is narrative nonfiction. Narrative nonfiction tells about living things. In this story, we're going to learn about prairie guard dog or prairie dogs. And it is told by a narrator. Narrator is a person who's telling us the story, and it follows a sequence. I'm going to tell you while I'm reading. Lauren, you raised your hand. Any question before I start reading?
Teacher,
Yes.
There's another page for habitats. It's animals' home.
Animals' home, yes. Animals' home. It's a place where animals or plants live. Okay? So now I'll start reading. Please, let's stay muted. I am on a journey. Who's on a journey? The narrator, the one who's telling us the story. I am on a journey. Journey is a trip or a long trip. My trip is to a prairie. It is in the outdoor world called nature. My animals live in a prairie habitat. This place has what prairie dogs need to survive. Survive means to live. A prairie has a lot of grasses but few trees. Okay, they are describing the place. They are describing the prairie, okay? Without places to hide, a prairie can be dangerous for some animals. Here we have a heading. It is early in the morning. First, the word first is a sequence. First, I see a prairie dog. The narrator is telling us that he saw a prairie dog. Celine, any question?
No.
Okay. I name him Pete. When I read and I explain, I'm going to give you the chance to read and explain as well. Listen to me very well.
We don't see anything.
You can't see the screen?
No.
I think it's your internet, so just sign out and sign in back. Zainab, can you see the screen?
Come now. Yes.
Okay, so Celine, please sign out.
Yes.
And okay, I think it's the internet because the internet is bad today everywhere, okay?
Okay.
Okay, sign out and sign in. I name him Pete. So the name of the first prairie dog that the narrator saw, he named him Pete. He peeks his head out of his burrow underground. He looks around, then Pete calls loudly to his family. Yep, he lets them know it is safe to come out. Soon, 4 prairie dogs come out. Let's read the caption together. Prairie dogs build underground burrows to keep themselves safe from predators. Predators are the animals that hunt other animals for food. They kill other animals for food. Now I'm going to let Zainab to read the first paragraph and Batul is going to read the second paragraph. Start, Zainab, and don't forget the title.
A prairie guard dog. I am on a journey. My trip is to a prairie. It is in the outdoor world called nature. Many animals live in prairie habitat. This place has what prairie dogs need to survive. A prairie has a lot of grasses but without places to hide, a prairie can be dangerous for some animals.
Excellent, Zainab. Thank you. Batul, the second paragraph, and don't forget to read the heading.
Okay. Good morning. It is early in the morning. First, I see a prairie dog. I name him Pete. He peeks his head out of his burrow under the ground. He looks around, then Pete calls loudly to his family. Yep, he lets them know it is safe to come out. Soon, 4 prairie dogs come out.
Read the caption, please.
Prairie,
Prairie dogs.
forgotten the word.
Prairie.
Prairie dogs build underground burrows to keep themselves safe from
Predators.
predators.
Predators, okay? Let's say it this way, predators.
Predators.
Celine, can you see the screen now? Thank you, Batul. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now follow up because you will read this paragraph. Okay, Celine, when I am done. Now listen. Pete is the guard and he is restless. So Pete is the one who is guarding or taking care or even watching for danger to protect his family and friends. He is restless. Restless means wanting.
She's gonna join in.
I lost connection for 1 second.
Zahra, do it for 5 seconds.
Okay, let's stay muted and listen to me. Celine, you read this paragraph when I'm done. Pete is the guard and he is restless. Restless means always wanting to move. He cannot rest because he is always looking around for danger. This allows the other prairie dogs to safely munch. Munch means eat or feed. To safely munch on grasses and seeds. Yeah. They can also groom each other or work on their burrow. Yap. Let's read the caption together. Prairie dogs can make 11 different sounds to communicate with each other. I will read the second paragraph and explain. Yasmina, you will be the one to read this paragraph. You will read half and Malik will read half. A scare. Oh no, Pete spies a large badger. This is a badger. This animal that we can see is called a badger.
It looks like a raccoon.
What?
It looks like a raccoon.
Yes, it looks like a raccoon. It's called a badger. When he sees it, he gives a loud bark. Yup. His family recognizes the warning. Some hide in tall grasses and some jump into the burrow. The badger runs at Pete, but the watchful guard is able to escape into the burrow. So Pete ran away. He escaped. I am glad he is able to get away from danger. Who is saying this? Who is saying that I am glad he is able to get away from danger? Narrator, right, Lauren?
Yes.
After a few minutes, Pete peeks his head out again and he is back on the job. What is his job, ya Mahmoud? What is the job of Pete?
Seeing what is danger.
Bravo, he is the guard. Excellent. Celine, read
Excellent.
this paragraph. Thank you.
Yes.
Read. Pete
Pete is the guard.
Yes.
And he is
What's this word?
less
Restless. What does the word restless mean, Celine? Always wanting to move, right?
right.
Okay, continue reading. And the second half of this paragraph, Ali Al-Hajj Hussein will continue reading.
He
Yeah, he cannot
cannot rest
Bravo.
because he is
Always.
always
Bravo.
looking
Around.
around for danger.
Excellent, Celine. Thank you so much. Ali Al-Hajj Hussein, continue.
Oh no.
No, 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 no.
Pretty
No, Ali, wait. It's the same paragraph. She stopped here. This allows
This allows the other prairie dogs to safely march on grasses and seeds.
Bravo.
They can also groom each other or work on their burrow.
Bravo. Read the caption, please.
Okay. Prairie dogs can make 11 different sounds to
Communicate.
communicate with each other.
Communicate, it means they can talk to each other, okay? Using their own language. Yes,
Okay.
thank you, Ali.
Welcome.
Don't forget to read the heading, okay?
Not welcome as you're welcome.
Oh no. Pete caught
Pete's
a
prize.
large badger. When he sees it, he
Gives
a
loud
bark. Yep, yep. His family recognizes
Bravo.
the warning.
Bravo.
Some
Hi.
in
Tall.
grasses jump into the burrow.
Excellent. Thank you, Yasmina. Malik, continue reading.
The badger runs at
Pete. Pete.
but the watchful guard is able to escape into the burrow. I am glad he is able to
Malik,
get up.
when you see a period, you should stop, okay? You should take a
Okay.
deep breath and stop.
Guard,
Great.
I am glad he is able to get away from danger. After a few minutes, Pete peeked
Peaks.
his head out again and he is back on the job.
What is Pete's job, Malik? What's his job?
Guard.
Bravo, a guard. Can you read the caption, please?
Badgers live on prairies and hunt prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs. Excellent, Malik. I will continue reading now and then I'll choose 4 people to read again. And when I'm done explaining, everyone will have the chance to read, okay? Don't forget to read the heading. Break time. The sun gets higher and it is hot now. The prairie dogs slip into their deep burrow where it is cooler because it's hot now. Even Pete goes in. Tunnels like hallways lead to different areas or places, okay? There is a sleeping room. There is a room used like a bathroom. And the prairie dogs cover up roots and seeds in one room. So here they told us about only 3 rooms. What are the 3 rooms? Since Layman, what are the 3 rooms that I just read about?
Bathroom and sleep room
Bravo.
and
And room for food. It's the room
yes.
where they keep their roots and seeds. Roots and seeds are what they eat. Thank you, Hassan. Later, they eat the buried food then. I'm going to read the second page. Second shift. Shift, it's the time to exchange between Pete and another prairie dog for being the guard. Second shift. I keep watching the burrow. Finally is a sequence word. Finally, the sun begins to set and a different prairie dog peeks its head out. I name him Gary. Pete must be off duty, so now Pete is not the guard anymore. Who is the guard now? Who can tell me? Muhammad Barji. Who is the guard now?
Gary.
Gary is the guard now. Okay. Yep, Gary calls. The other prairie dogs come back out. The prairie dogs eat and play until the moon is high in the sky. Then they go to sleep in their burrows. I wonder if Pete will be back on duty. Who is wondering? Who can tell me? Lauren, who is wondering? Who is wondering?
Gary?
Back? No, it's not Gary.
Narrator?
Yes, the narrator. Excellent. The narrator is wondering if Pete will be back on duty. Excellent. I will see in the morning.
Narrator is another dog or something?
Now let's read this chart. In this chart, we can read some facts and information about the prairie dog. Their size, their weight, their habitat or where they live, their food, shelters, and predators. The size of the prairie dog is 12 to 15 inches tall, okay? The weight is 2 to 4 pounds. Habitat, where do they live? They live in short and medium grass in desert prairies. Food, They eat roots, seeds, leaves of plants and grasses. Shelter, their shelter is underground burrows with many rooms. The predators are coyotes, bobcats, badgers, foxes, and weasels. The weasels, they look similar to the prairie. I will show you some pictures later. Now, who's gonna read? I'm gonna choose Lamar Matu to read the first part of the first paragraph, and then Rimi. And then Rimi. In the second paragraph, I will tell you later. Start, Lamar. Don't forget the heading. Lamar,
Break
break.
time.
Okay.
The sun gets
Higher.
higher and it is hot.
Hot.
Now the prairie dogs
Bravo.
sleep into
Slip.
their deep
Slip into their deep burrow.
burrow where is
It is cooler.
cooler.
Thank you, Lamar. Rimi. Tia, you will read the second paragraph.
Yes.
I will tell you.
Where?
Help you. Tia, she
Where?
stopped the word cooler, so you're gonna continue from here. Even. Thank you, Lamar.
Even Pete goes in tunnels like hallways.
Bravo. Lead.
Lead to different
Area.
areas or places.
Excellent.
There is a sleeping room. There is a room looks like a bathroom. The prairie dogs
Cover.
cover up
Roots.
rugs and seats in one room. Later, they eat the buried food there.
Thank you. The second paragraph, Tia and Mahmoud, okay? And then I will go back to the first page and everyone will have the chance to read. Go ahead, Tia.
Okay. Who? Okay. I
Don't forget the heading, Tia.
can shift. I keep watching the Burrow family.
Listen, Tia,
sun
when you see a period, you have to stop, okay? Or take a breath. Continue reading. Finally,
the sun begins to set and different prairie dog peeks its head out. I name him Graham.
Gary. I name him Gary. Thank you.
Gary.
Excellent. Mahmoud, continue reading. Mahmoud, Nasrallah.
Yes.
Go ahead. She stopped in the word Gary. Continue reading.
Pete must be of beauty. Yup, Gary.
Pete must be off duty. Yep, Gary calls.
Yep, Gary calls the other prairie dogs. Come back out. The prairie dogs eat a
Eat and
play. Eat and play. Oh, until the moon is
high.
high in the sky. Then they go to sleep in their burrows. I wonder if Pete will be back on duty. I will see in the morning.
Who will see in the morning, Mahmoud? You? Who will see in the morning? Who knows? Who will see in the morning if Pete will be back on duty?
Renator.
The narrator. Excellent. Thank you, Mahmoud. Okay, now in this page, Muhammad Barji will read the first paragraph and the second paragraph, Jamal. Go ahead, Muhammad Barji. Don't forget
a prairie guard dog.
Excellent.
I am on a journey. My trip is to a prairie. It is in the outdoor world called nature. Many animals live in a prairie habitat. This place has what prairie dogs needed to survive.
Let's say it's prairie, okay?
A prairie has a lot of grasses but few trees. Without places to hide, a prairie can be dangerous for some animals.
Excellent.
Good.
Barji. Jamal, go ahead and read.
Miss, come over now. We have to finish the English.
We are reading now and you have to follow up. And when the session ends, I want you to read it because
Miss, today we're only going to read.
Yes, it's only a reading session. In the second session, I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay?
Teacher, we're gonna read a little bit.
We're gonna continue reading. And second session, I'm gonna
Now come 10 minutes now we have.
Oh,
when
you
we
mean
done.
tomorrow?
Why everyone
You mean
can
tomorrow?
5 minutes?
Why everyone
done?
can do one at
Jamal, do you want to read?
I want to read again.
No, I want to give the chance to everyone.
Listen to me.
I want to read. I didn't read.
Okay.
I want to read again.
Lauren, you can. Lauren, read.
Miss, I want.
When the session ends, please read at home. Try to read at home. Lauren, go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning. It is early in the morning. First, I see a prairie dog. I name him Pete. He peeks his head out of his burrow. Underground, he looks around. Then Pete calls loudly. It has finally yip
To his family. Yep.
to his family. Yep.
He lets them know it is safe to come out soon. 4 prairie dogs come out.
Read the caption, please.
Prairie dogs build underground burrows to keep themselves safe from prairies.
From predators.
Wait.
From
Oh,
predators.
yeah, predators is like enemies.
Yes, there are animals that hunt other animals for food. Now I'm gonna ask Mariam Hamoud.
Ahmed Barji.
Mariam Hamoud,
Yes, miss.
can you read?
Where?
Here, Pete is the guard. Can you see the screen? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Pete. Pete is at page 136 in your reading book. Pete is the guard.
Pete.
If you have any question about this lesson, please raise your hand. In the second session, I'm going to ask you some questions. We are going to solve these questions and we're going to solve the worksheet. If you have any questions, save it for the next session and try to read when the session ends. Mariam, try.
Miss Heba, is this the worksheet we're going to solve tomorrow?
No, not only this. This is in the lecture. We're going to solve this, and we're going to solve the worksheet that you have. Yes. And so if you have any question about this lesson, save it for our next session.